but he was not able to do that, according to PSG, because he didn't have any kind of authorization. So this is why the decision on PSG side is to suspend Leo Messi. Hey guys, welcome back on the channel with Fabrizio Romano. It was a shocking night, yesterday night, discussing about Barcelona, discussing about Leo Messi and PSG, what really happened, why Leo Messi was suspended by PSG, but also what's the version of Leo Messi in this story. And also important to understand the situation of Mateu Alemany, because it's the biggest news of the last few weeks around Barcelona. Mateu Alemany leaves the club. Let's jump into it. Okay. And guys, let me start with Leo Messi. I told you in a breaking news video yesterday night that Leo Messi has been suspended by Paris Saint-Germain. The decision has been made on the club side because they, from PSG, state that Messi was not authorized to travel to Saudi Arabia together with his family. Messi was there with his wife Antonella, with his kids, but he was not able to do that, according to PSG, because he didn't have any kind of authorization. So this is why the decision on PSG side is to suspend Leo Messi for the next 2 weeks. What does it mean? No chance to train with the squad, no chance to play football games, and also, of course, a fine in terms of salary. So this is the Paris Saint-Germain decision, and this is also a strong message from PSG, as I told you, to say something like the club is bigger than any player. So also a message for the future of PSG. This is the position of the club. But I'm here today to add you some context also on Messi's side, because we have always to understand the versions of the story, and in this case of Leo Messi. From what I understand on Leo Messi's side, the feeling and the story is that Leo Messi, when he knew about 2-3 days right after the game, so he knew that he had this possibility to travel on Monday morning, he communicated that to PSG, but then when he was already traveling, so already on a flight to go to Saudi Arabia on Monday morning, it was decided from PSG to change the plans and to put a training session. And in that moment, it was impossible for Leo Messi, of course, to go back and to change his plans. So this is the feeling of those close to Leo Messi. Also important to say that Messi has always been a great professional at Paris Saint-Germain. He never created any kind of problem. So it's really surprising to see this situation. I also wanted to add about the context. It's important to say that Leo Messi already changed his plans for his Saudi Arabia trip 2 times to respect Paris Saint-Germain's schedule in the last few months. Messi is one of the biggest brand ambassador, the biggest brand ambassador for Saudi Arabia tourism, and so he had to go there in Saudi Arabia 2 times, but he changed his plans because of PSG. In this case, he communicated to PSG, but then when on Monday morning he received the communication from the club, he was not able to change his plans. This is the version of Messi. From PSG, they are very clear. The player will be suspended for the next 2 weeks. They confirmed that to a French agency. So the position of PSG is very clear, the position of Messi too. What does it mean in terms of transfer market, guys? It's not something communicated officially, but the feeling is clear. It seems to be almost over between Leo Messi and PSG after this kind of situation. I think Messi has always been respected all over the world as a fantastic player, but also as a fantastic guy and professional. In this case, is something that is going to create a big problem to the image of Leo Messi, and so this is not what we expect to see around Leo, and this is why I don't see Leo Messi honestly going to continue at Paris Saint-Germain. Also the feeling there already since the end of February when PSG made a proposal to Leo Messi is that Messi was not convinced about the project because the project was not clear. So it was never closed, the contract extension in February, in March. It was closed in December, but then things changed a lot. And now they are at a breaking point between Leo Messi and PSG. So we will follow that. We will see the final decisions. But the feeling is that between Messi and PSG, after this story, things are going to be really complicated and they are not expected to continue together next season. So let's follow the situation, of course, with all the possibilities he has. We know the interest from the MLS, Inter Miami. We know the crazy bid from Al Hilal, but Leo Messi always wanted to continue in competitive football. And then, of course, Barcelona, because Barcelona want Leo Messi, but they have to understand if they're able to make it happen with La Liga rules and with financial fair play rules. Things are complicated complicated there. So Barcelona still have to check things and to negotiate with La Liga for the financial fair play, and it's never easy. But about Barcelona, guys, the big news of yesterday, late night after the game, Barça with Osasuna, is about Mateu Alemany, because the director of football, a key part of Barcelona Football Club, of course, together with Jordi Cruyff, they did huge job, and this is why Barcelona are going to win La Liga, because, of course, the president Laporta, but also people like Jordi Cruyff and Mateu Alemany made a difference at Barça. Mateu decided to leave the club. It's official. Why this happened? Because between Mateu Alemany and Barcelona members of the board, there were some problems. It's about the vision. You know that for a director of football, it's really important to have the same vision of the club. And in this case, he was not in agreement on some of the decisions, like some contract extensions made by Barcelona, including some they already completed, like Sergi Roberto and others, but also Mateu Alemany was not happy with the vision for the future. For example, for the summer transfer window, he wanted to go for a different kind of players, for young players for the future, more than for players who can help immediately. So there was a different vision, and also in terms of money to spend, the financial situation in Barcelona is complicated. So for a director of football, it's easy and not something nice to work in this kind of condition. This is why Mateu Alemany decided to leave. He's 99% going to Aston Villa. The agreement is really close. We wait for the contracts to be signed, but he communicated on Tuesday afternoon to Juan Laporta that he's prepared to accept another proposal. A proposal is from the Premier League, and we can confirm that Aston Villa are really close. Why? Because Aston Villa are offering really important money to Mateu Alemany in terms of salary, but also really important money in terms of budget for the summer transfer window. So Alemany will have the power to decide things together with Unai Emery, who was also a factor in this story, because Unai Emery wanted someone close to him to work at Aston Villa. He's doing an incredible job in terms of football results, but he always wants someone to help him also on the market, and this is why Mateu Alemany is going to join Aston Villa. So a lot of money to him as a director, but also in terms of new signings for the club. This is why it's a really stimulating opportunity for Mateu Alemany, and so we expect him to go to Aston Villa. We will see how the situation will continue at Barcelona in terms of who's going to replace Mateu Alemany. This is a big revolution, and this could have an impact also in the Messi story, but we will follow that in the next days. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on these two big news, Leo Messi and PSG. This looks really complicated, but also Mateu Alemany and Barcelona leaving the club and joining Aston Villa. I want your opinion here in the comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao!